Thank you, Sean. Sorry about the music next door. Can everyone hear okay? You can turn up the mic if we need to. Next we have Travesty. Travesty is a queer black playwright, poet, and performer from Austin, Texas. Their poetry has appeared in Borderlands, Texas Poetry Review, Underblong and Mr. among other publications. Their one-person drag show, It's a Travesty, One Night with Jazzie Mercado, was presented at the 2017 Cohen New Work Festival and at Salvage Vanguard's Three-Headed Fest in November 2017. Their play MotherWitch will be presented in the University of Texas New Theater presentation in April 2018. Travesty.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming. I know that everyone really wanted to be at home tonight watching RuPaul's Drag Race, which is on right now. I have to make this taller. Okay. For the garden we share. The garden is green, muted tones of lilac. I rush to your side, I hold your hands, then I hold your ribs. Back and forth we rock. The garden is green, maleficent lips. Back and forth, sea blue, your lips, large ship, kiss me. You sway back and forth, the common tongue of brotherhood. Someone, for the second time, says, I only love white men. And for the second time, my body finds a crack, pushes wider, makes a crevice. The ships are above our heads. In the garden, you have hair, because I do not, something for me to play with. In the garden, you are brown, we are brown. The garden is green, no emerald. The garden, our bodies entwined with ropes, the cool rain filling up our throats, moans of weather. Say, I love you, say anything at all, say the cool rain is a reminder, the simple tool of God. The garden is our prize. The green garden is green emerald, the sky a patchwork. I'm a little nervous. This poem doesn't have a title. I am always desperately trying to fix the body. Stop watching it squirm in the mirror while a fawn grazes closely to the grass, its wet nose steaming. I could throw away all the clothes and the shoes underneath the bed, start painting my nails, wearing flowery long shirts that remind me of my mother. Instead, I'll drink a whiskey, warm my lips with this hereditary stain. Everyone is so afraid of the devil. I let him into the mouth, let him into the bare back, let the devil into my dreams, floating mast of horns. My body is grateful for a small while, grateful for the cliffs ahead on the long drive home. When I look out the window, a fawn is nursing from its mother. I try not to recognize the fawn's death at the mother's suggestion for life. The cruel winter is just a season, I think. My body, an infinite celestial dust. I've had a long day. I went to therapy today, so I'll probably cry. The second coming of Mary. You are lost. No, you are softening the tender stretch of my neck. I'm able to breathe quick, running circles around my father, his grief unspeakable. He hangs his head, dying flower of Indiana. The body is gone, but the shape of gravity is known. We carry her in our arms, folded jacket of spirit, fine-toothed comb to our pores. I asked John the Baptist, what is the sound of coming? And he replies, breaking air. The angel Gabriel, coasting down on thunder, making lightning for the first time in the world. Her name, Mary, hangs, dead flower of Indiana. My father and I don't say her name. We let the air do it. breaking lightning upon our heads. To M. My mother says the accounting class at the local community college is too hard for her. And I know what she means. She means the glass eye that is watching her is gleaming and spinning and splitting open. She means too hard in the way that the river at her feet is exceedingly drying out every day. I say, I am a river. My mother says she is now moving to Arizona with her mother. The cancer-riddled kidney will stay in Texas, and the oncoming dementia will follow. The maternal line is always slipping. My mother says she is often anxious, reflects in the mirror a face she does not want, carries around bodies of the ones she loves. And I say, me too, mom, mommy, mum, mummy, ma, 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 ma. Do you ever wonder about the snow? I am watching the snow pedal at my feet, and in its invisible dance, cover the mountains in the distance. I dreamed of the simple task of loving you, how at night my hands wander into water. In winter, the silk dandelions sheet the hilltop, some graceless vine up the electrical pole. I am thinking of your current. For Christmas, my mother looks tired. Rightfully so, my father does too. But it all goes well. The food, the ailing grandmother, it all goes well. In the copper room, light drinks poured over our heads. The valley is still unknown to us. I do wish for some foreshadowing. Baby Jesus coming to the inn, his mother and father excited by his excellence, a promise for something great. But there's no promise for me, for all those I love over and over, for the crescent sky folding into a grapefruit. Oh, that wasn't that long of a time. Oh no. Okay, two more. This poem doesn't have a title, but I wrote it on my birthday, so it's a poem about December 19th, 2017. The tender sky is warm, even as winter is loose on the gravel. I open my mouth to receive as much water as I possibly can, and think about what to eat for lunch. All my friends have said such sweet things. The garden of the self is blossoming, greatness. I touch myself to stitch back together all the pieces that are flaking off, like the misty rain on your death day. Okay, just kidding. I'm gonna read two more poems. All good things must be surrendered to, like suckling fresh strawberries in the half-light of my apartment, pretending the red fruit your face, like the half-knowing of where our two bodies end up on the pavement, or in a bed, or a plane halfway across the world. All good things must be done in moderation, or undulating on the floor, quietly, not to disrupt the sleeping of small lambs nearby. All good things must surrender under your name, and surrender is a loss, but there's power in my body feeling the weight of letting go, shifting around small black beauty marks on my back, and how they tell a story, whisper to you as you hold me, a half-stiff erection on the small of my back, and all good things fade away, die like the universe, a bang, a flooding of light and heat from the sun, something warm gone cold. This is awesome. prayer to future love. Tell him that I love him, even if he doesn't believe me. Tell him the beginning was just me trying to not stutter and smell nice when clearly I don't. Tell him in the future every Lauryn Hill song is for him, dust of a star. Tell him I love him, tell him I promise myself to my girlfriends birthing children at any whim. The starlight, the shining. Tell him I waited for the delay of his name in the echo. Tell him I cast spells in his name. Tell him if the fruit trees were ripe in our season, we'd be blossoming great fruit, great seas of moonlight. Tell him goodbye for me. Say, buddy, hope you're sleeping close.